Alright, what's up, you freak bitches? This is the ACPC podcast coming at you once again.
What up, y'all? This is Earl the Deli Man Christensen. We are over here now at Peter's casa, giving it a whirl over here.
My humble abode. So, we are still debating as to whether or not to upload the first episode.
So this is then is this episode 2, or then is it 1.2?
No, it's 2. Kind of like,
So it's an official 2 or unofficial?
Okay, so, you know the artist Schoolboy Q?
Yeah.
Okay. He has a song called Tookie Knows 2.
Okay.
There's not a Tookie Knows 1. It's just Tookie Knows 2. That's it. That's all there is.
So this could be the second one for us, but for the world, it could be the
world,
first.
it's the first. Exactly.
All right, so I say we could roll with it.
All right.
The mystical wonder.
Exactly.
People.
And then maybe one day, maybe for like the 100th episode extravaganza,
we release the very first one.
We release the first one. You guys will be like, wow, you two fucking suck. I am so glad you didn't release this.
Yeah, it's possible. It's totally possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, all right, so I think the big thing, let's hit it real quick, 205.
Fucking badass.
Actually, I'm going to be a bit of Debbie Downer.
What?
Hold on.
Excuse you, sir.
Let me explain. Okay, Miesha Tate fight was first, and then it was the Chris Weidman, and then it was the 3 title fights in the main card, correct?
Are we not counting the undercard?
No, I'm talking the main card first. I'm going to talk about the main card for a second and get to the undercard. So
right.
I think people want to hear a little bit.
See, this is the nice part about doing it at my house, is that we have something that we can hack into the Pentagon with. And while we're not hacking into the Pentagon...
Well, anyway.
Look up,
so
UFC 205.
The main card was fun to watch. I thought the Miesha Tate fight was extremely boring. I thought she looked like complete shit in that fight. I am not too surprised that she retired. Yes, it's going to be a little sad not seeing Cupcake out there anymore.
I agree.
But yeah, Raquel Pennington, that's how you say her name. She looked like a badass.
Yeah, she looked good.
She looked
like
a
Miesha
badass.
Tate is still no joke.
Oh, no, she's still no joke.
I think she's just dropped off.
Yeah, she's just not... She hit her plateau when she beat Holm for the title, and then after that, it just
went down, yeah. Well, she got smoked by Amanda Nunes, who is also no joke.
And she got smoked by Rousey twice.
Yeah. So, honestly, you know who... Miesha Tate is kind of like the Alexander Gustafsson of the female MMA. Because look at Gustafsson.
Okay.
Look at who has Gustafsson lost to in the light heavyweight division. He's lost to the top 3 best guys. He lost to Bones, Rumble, and Cormier, right?
That's not even. I wouldn't be ashamed of that.
Otherwise,
he beat Jones. Let's be. I've seen that fight multiple times.
Sleepy John Jones, sir.
He beat John Jones. He took rounds one.
Really
he took
quick,
rounds 1 and 2.
Really quick.
Round 3 is up in the air. I mean, I can make a hard case for either one of them, but I still think Gustafsson took that fight in the 3rd.
Sir, now for those of you listening at home, you can look this up on your own. John Jones, before that fight, I wish I could find the picture, looked like the fattest piece of shit. He wasn't even in camp for that fight. You know he didn't train for that fight, right?
No, I didn't know that.
He didn't train for that fight. He was literally like, huh? Alexander Gustafsson? Nah.
Gustafsson. Anyway,
whatever. He said.
But either way, either way, I get what you're saying. Anyway, back to 205.
I don't think he won the fight.
Back to 205. The Weidman Yoeli Romero was a awesome fight. I was actually extremely surprised in the way that it ended. Not too surprised by the result because Romero is a freak of nature.
He sure is.
Well, look at that man. He's 39 years old. Do you realize that he's 39 years old?
Yeah.
He looks like he's fucking 25.
I did not know he was 39.
He's old as fuck.
He sure is.
And did you...
Also, jacked.
Jacked as fuck. The only other guy that's more jacked than him, in my opinion, is on that card as well, and that's Tyrone fucking Woodley. That dude is... Click on Woodley real quick.
I disagree.
Click on
Woodley. I think Yoel Romero's more jacked than Woodley.
Well, he's got the belt covering up half his body, but either way.
I think it goes Romero, Woodley... No, actually, okay, first off, it goes Uberim.
Oh.
It goes Uberim. It goes Uberim, Romero, Woodley. Uberim doesn't exist anymore, therefore it goes Yoel Romero, Tyrone Woodley.
I mean, you can make a case for either one, but either way, that dude's a freak of nature. And the way that he finished Weidman, I mean, I kind of make the same case when Tyrone Woodley fought Carlos Condit. And it's kind of the same thing when Weidman fought Silva. The way that it ended was kind of a freak oh shit injury.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, he won. I'm not going to dispute that at all. But it's like a freak thing that can happen.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like
That,
where it weighs.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of who was Cyborg facing when he literally got his skull?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
bashed
he literally had his skull indented. He took a vicious
Craziest
knee.
thing of all time.
Took a vicious knee. That shit.
That's like that
like
one
the
in a
size of a
injury.
softball.
Yeah.
That thing was massive.
I think he's gonna fight again too.
Is he? I mean, I couldn't.
I think he's fighting again.
I don't really.
think once he, I think he's getting surgery done, and then he's gonna fight again.
I mean, if that's what he wants, I mean, he's a fighter. Let's be honest.
That's still fucking crazy. Dude, if my fucking skull got fractured, I would do nothing but sit at home and golf. That's it.
But what if you get a golf ball to that?
And even then, I wouldn't golf 18 holes, sir. Fuck that. I'm golfing 8 holes.
Just do mini golf. Work on your short game.
Oh, fuck yeah. You should go
become a world champion mini putter.
Exactly. And
Do you
former UFC fighter.
Do you think they have mini golf like
Let's
championship?
look that up. Real quick, let's see.
Like mini golf world champion. That should be a thing. I mean, they got fucking. You can race drones. You can fucking race snails and stuff. I mean, why wouldn't they? Right there, yeah.
U.S. Pro Mini Golf Association. This looks relatively legit.
20 years going strong. They have a Masters.
Oh my god, that's so badass.
That is actually pretty fucking cool. Where's it held at?
South
Carolina?
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, yeah.
That's pretty cool. I don't care what they'll say.
At all.
If you don't enjoy mini golf, you're a fucking idiot. And
You're a terrorist.
by the way, if anyone doesn't know where to go for a first date, you go mini golfing.
Fuck yeah.
You take your first date, you go mini golfing or go-kart racing. You go.
And if that bitch doesn't know how to mini golf, you stop talking to her.
And it's a great way to
My girlfriend has to mini golf, sir.
Or at least be good at it. I mean, and plus you can see how competitive she is. If she's
Very
competitive, boom, that's great for the relationship because you guys are gonna be competing against each other, yada fucking yada. So.
Who gives better head? It's gonna be escalation.
Fair, but anyway, let's get to the final fight. Well, we forgot about Jacki's fight, but.
Right. So
either
then we
but
have
with
the
her,
two Polish monsters.
Yeah, but Jacki's a fucking animal.
Jacek.
Sorry, y'all. Yeah, she's scary good.
Oh yeah.
She is scary. And I was so happy when she beat what's Claudia Guida, whatever her name is. That bitch she's a wrestler. She cannot throw a punch. She cannot take a punch. She's almost her versus CM Punk would end in a fucking 0-0 tie. No one would win a fight because they can't throw a damn punch to save their lives.
I agree.
They're just embarrassing. But
look at the difference in strikes. You have Joanna Jędrzejczyk, I can pronounce that one. The other Karolina Kowalkiewicz.
Close enough. Anyway,
we're gonna say KK. We're gonna say K squared. So you have Jędrzejczyk and K squared. Jędrzejczyk landed 101 total strikes.
181.
181. What did I say?
Either way.
Whatever.
Landed 181 to her 63.
And then, of those 181 landed strikes, 171 of those were significant.
That's massive.
That's fucking outrageous.
That's insane.
That is absolutely crazy.
And surprisingly enough, that fight stood up on the feet the whole time too. Yeah. Pretty much.
Honestly, I thought K squared was gonna get pieced up.
I did too. She looks impressive. I mean, don't get me wrong. They went
all 5 rounds.
Have another couple of fights under her belt. She might come back and give her a real run for money. But
I thought she was gonna get pieced up.
I did too. Jędrzejczyk's a fucking animal. It's just a straight animal. But that Willie Thompson fight, holy shit!
That was a motherfucker.
That was beautiful.
That was probably my favorite fight of the whole card.
That was a great fight.
That was my favorite fight of the whole card. The guillotine that Woodley had.
That was deep. I honestly thought for maybe he had him locked in there for 45 seconds, at least.
I think even more than that.
Either way,
it was like a minute.
Wonder Boy was stuck in that bad boy. He was stuck deep.
I was out of breath just watching it.
I was watching that, and I thought that if he could get out of that the way that he was, I thought he could just stand up and start piecing up.
I thought Woodley's gassed.
I thought he was going to gas out.
Because Woodley went balls to the walls, and that was I think the 4th round, right? He went balls to the walls for a fucking minute and a half.
Yeah, he tried, but shit. That Thompson's fucking nice, man.
Yeah,
he's got that funky karate style for him. But I was I thought it was funny as shit. At the end, it's like, oh, he wins majority decision, but it was majority split draw, whatever.
Nice
the
Steve
fuck.
Harvey.
What?
It was a nice Steve
Yeah,
Harvey.
well, we did get Steve Harvey. But of all the fucking fights that Bruce Buffer has announced, though, that's his only big mess up. I can let that one go. I mean, but,
it's Bruce Buffer.
Yeah, he's the fucking man.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
I guess they're gonna fight again, apparently, according to Dana. But
that's
also,
that's the next fight. You have a draw. You have a draw.
Yeah, but you had Kahib
Nurmagomedov.
You had him
Sorry
promised.
For name.
He was promised the next fight at Alvarez, but then it's like, oh, McGregor's gonna fight him now for the title.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck? So I mean, you take it all with a grain of salt with it, but I would love to see that fight again, and that could definitely be hold its own for sure. That was a fantastic.
Yeah, I'm
fight.
not mad if they do a draw. I'm not mad at that.
No, that fight was awesome.
When do you think they fight? 208. Think that's the main event for 208?
I don't know about 208. I could see them doing it maybe sometime like in March or April.
Well, when's UFC 208?
We'll find out. 208.
I bet there's, you know what? If there's anybody listening out there, they're probably like, these fucking retards. You guys don't know when the cards are.
Oh, he wants 208. Okay, so, yeah, do 208. Do Bisping versus Romero, and then do Woodley Thompson rematch.
Ooh.
That'd be a stat card. That'd be dope. I'd like to see that.
There's nothing confirmed for 208 either, so
Well, there you go. It's what in
we have zero insider information. So as far as we're concerned, I bet you Joe Rogan knows more than we do.
Or anybody who is
that's
affiliated with the UFC in the front office.
Anybody in cahoots with the UFC knows what's up. But
yeah,
for those of us that only have Google Chrome to search porn and UFC, we get nothing for 208.
not a goddamn thing. Which is fine. Cool. So we can all speculate and hope for the best, pretty much. But, yeah, that'd be dope. Bisping loses to Romero.
I hope so.
I hate I hate Michael Bisping. I said this in our...
That was so gangster, though. Did you see when he flipped him off?
Oh,
that was
Bisping,
so
he's
gangster.
Like, fuck you.
He's like, fuck you. He's like, come on, fuck you. That was so gangster.
I'll give it to Bisping. And I'll be honest, Bisping may be the second best dressed guy in the UFC after McGregor.
I agree.
He may be. Because he looked sharp.
He sure did.
He looked nice.
He looked good.
Even
with that one eye.
Yeah.
Even with that one eye.
Even with the one eye. Yep, the one eye. Oh, shit. Well, anyway, about McGregor, dude.
Holy shit. Where does it stop?
He took apart Alvarez. Looked like
I
a
think
rookie.
they stopped that fight a little early. Maybe I was just drunk, so I couldn't really tell.
You probably were. I was sober. I had a couple beers and I had.
So you knew what was going on.
I had like 3 shots of Jaeger. Man, I
gotta love me some Jaeger. Shout out to Jaeger.
Yeah, Jaeger's not bad. If y'all don't like Jaeger,
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. But no, I thought that was a perfect stoppage, and that 4 combo he threw at him was nasty.
2-piece with
and he
surprise.
stood there, hands behind his back, dodged. He's like, "Bitch, I see what you're giving me."
Oh
boom,
my goodness,
boom,
I know.
boom. Just picked. No, that.
Who do you throw at him next though? Who do you throw at him next? Because he needs to give up that 145 belt. He has cleared out that division. He has cleared out that division.
You let him keep both.
No.
Yes, you let him keep
Nobody
both.
wants to see him fight at 145. All it's gonna be is just knockouts. Nobody wants to see that.
Then he's gonna tear through 155. You know what? Personally, I'm gonna say
Diaz.
this.
Give Nate make the rematch. Make number 3.
155.
Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor 3 at 155
For the belt.
For the belt.
Oh, that'd be dope. I'd see that. Okay.
Get that bitch at 208.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that could be a sick fight. Did you get that from Joe Rogan's?
What?
Him and Shaw were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I think that would be his best if he wants to make money, because he said he wants to take time off to like March or April because his son's going to be born.
Mm-hmm.
Then he wants to be financially secure because now he wants a part of the UFC and everything. So
I don't think they give it to him.
But I mean,
I don't think they should either because everybody's going to want a piece of the pie.
No, I don't think they will. It's not smart business for anybody. I mean, I get Conor's thinking. He wants to be set for life, and he wants big fights strictly, and you have to give it to him. Honestly, you have to give it to McGregor, because we haven't seen a guy like McGregor since Silva, the way that he's just tearing through everybody.
I agree.
Because if Silva had the attitude that McGregor had, then who knows? I mean, Silva could be the biggest fucking name. I mean, he still is. He's still make a case for Silva being the greatest, fighter in UFC history.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't have that attitude. He's too humble. He's too kind, and he's cocky as fuck in the ring. Yeah. We all saw it.
Yep.
I mean,
Chris Weidman fight.
Yeah, the Weidman fight, and then I think his biggest show-off fight was against Forrest Griffin.
I'm too young.
Forrest Griffin went up to fight him at 205, Silva went up to fight him at 205, and he literally stood with his hands down by his side. Forrest Griffin tried to throw like this little lunging 4-hit combo, whatever, and Silva just went nope, 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 bare paw, knocked him out.
See ya.
Yeah, that was also towards the end of Forrest Griffin's career, and that was kind of Silva towards the end of his prime, semi.
But still prime.
But still in his prime, so. But yeah, if Silva had McGregor's attitude and cockiness, then outside the ring, then Silva could have fucking been 185 champ, 205 champ. I mean, he could have been. I think he could have been.
At what time, though?
This was when...
What, 6 years ago?
This was when Jones was still
ago?
up and coming. So the title was being changed hands, I believe, between... Lyoto Machida had the title, Shogun had the title. Who had it before? Rampage had the title. So it was... The light heavyweight title was being exchanged a lot until Jones had it for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
So... But, yeah. So there's that.
I still think John Jones is... I think if there was some way that John Jones and Conor McGregor could fight...
No, Jones would destroy...
Jones would piece him up so hard.
No, McGregor's smart, and Conor needs to stay between 155 and 170, strictly 150. I think he should stay 155. He would light that division up even worse than 145, I think. I think he would... I do.
There's still some killers at 155.
There are.
You never know.
And I'm going to be
we still have Nate Diaz at 155 for him.
True. Personally, I think...
Where Nate Diaz is a better fighter than he was at 170.
I agree. I think he's tall as fuck, too.
Yeah.
And he's strong as shit.
He's strong as shit.
Personally, I would love to see McGregor Cerrone.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, because you know that shit ain't going past the first round.
Hell
That fight is not going past the first round.
Hell no.
And
it would be a nice fight.
It would be a fantastic fight, but I still think McGregor wins it. I think McGregor would still get a TKO or something, but Cerrone would stand and bang with him.
Yeah, I would.
He would stand and bang, because he don't give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck.
He don't give two fucks.
Mm-mm.
But I think that was good.
Did you see, now 206 isn't a bad card. No, 206 went from straight shit. 206...
Pull up 206 real quick.
206 now has the Cerrone Gastelum fight. It has the...
That's right,
it has the Rumble Cormier for the belt.
Ooh,
and then it has the Rashad Evans and Tim Kennedy fight.
Oh, that's not bad. That's solid.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that card at all. That card is
personally,
stacked.
I really hope that Rumble knocks out Cormier, because I'm not a big Cormier fan.
How can you not like Cormier? He's such a sweetheart.
I don't like Cormier.
He's such a sweetheart.
I don't. I'm sorry.
And he's
sorry.
good as fuck.
I
like
know.
him. I like
Don't get me
Cormier.
wrong. He's from everything about him, from what I've heard, he's a nice guy and yada fucking yada, but I don't know. I just can't get behind him for some reason. But who's that? Is that DB Holloway versus Pettis? Oh, Max Holloway. Sorry. Okay, that would be an interesting fight. Anthony Pettis, he's not the same anymore. He is not the same. I don't know what happened to that guy, but he dropped a little bit. But I'm excited for that Evans Kennedy fight, because they're, at 185, right? Dude, those guys are 185. God, they're big. God damn, they're big motherfuckers. Jesus fucking Christ, they're huge.
Yeah, Rashad Evans looks jacked at 185.
Yeah, he does. For 180,
Which is weird. I think he should have been to begin with. I think he'd be a better fighter at 185.
Well, it's like...
Because now the dudes at 205 are too fucking big.
Well, it's like we talked about with Roy Nelson or whatever. Big country. If he dieted properly, he could go down to 205 or 185 and just knock bitches out.
He sure could.
He would knock some motherfuckers out.
Plus with his chin. He's used to taking those heavyweight shots.
Oh, yeah. These little,
you kidding me?
paws, little feathers
being
thrown at him.
Yeah, are you kidding me? At 185, he throws a punch at big country. He's like, huh? What the fuck? He just eats those. Like fucking Wheaties.
Yeah, true.
Doesn't give a shit.
I agree.
So, Cerrone, Matt Brown. Oh, shit, no, that's right.
It's Matt Brown.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin Gastelum.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Completely dropped out. Yeah,
Cerrone's going to win. I'm sorry. I mean, I like Matt Brown, but I don't. Cerrone's got that fight.
I agree.
He's going to. Second or third round. Because Matt Brown's not no slouch, but.
It's down on fucking Cerrone.
Yeah, it's fucking cowboy. I'm going to call him that third round. Third round TKO,
Think
Cerrone.
So?
Yeah.
Matt Brown's last loss was to, who was it? That other old guy that was on 202, right?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, Matt
could not
Brown.
tell you.
I think Matt Brown's last fight. Yeah, Jake Ellenberger, right?
Okay. Yeah, I don't hold Ellenberger against him. Who was Lawler going to fight? Because they were talking about Lawler fighting somebody. Who was that?
He was supposed to fight Cerrone at 205.
Oh, that's right. He was gonna fight.
And then he dropped out.
That's injury.
God, that would be such a good fight.
Oh, that'd be a dope fight.
I was so pissed when that dropped out. But you know what though? That just goes to show you how stacked 205 was. Because you had Cerrone and Lawler. That fight got switched around and then eventually dropped. And then you had the Tim Kennedy Rashad Evans card, fight, and both those fights got dropped.
True.
Still, this most stacked card of all time.
Oh, hands down. But then there's never going to be another card like that, though. There will never be another card even similar to that because where's the next big venue that the UFC hasn't been?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, unless they want to keep New York like that special little gem, which would be brilliant if they keep New York as like
once or twice a year.
No, just like once a year
yeah.
Because they always have like they have a Super Bowl weekend fight. They always have a big one. If they only go to Madison Square Garden once a year for that and just make it a stacked card,
or at
why
like
not?
The end of the year, because they usually do a big card in like the middle of the year around July, at the start of the year around January,
and the end of the year to top it off. Towards the end, yeah. So if they keep Madison Square Garden as like that little gem where they can just make a stacked card with like 2 or 3 with like they don't have to go all out like this one with 3 title fights. Just like 2 title fights and then like 3 other solid fights, because you want to pull people in. I mean, it's still a business.
Yeah,
so you might as well do it like that.
I agree.
Keep that little gem. Do you know Mark Wahlberg owns shares of the UFC?
Really?
Yeah, he was part of the WME, IMG, whatever.
Yeah.
He was part of them.
Really?
He owns part of the UFC.
Interesting.
And I was reading on
Mark Wahlberg fighting at UFC 208.
You're funny. Yeah, I saw that on online on MMAJunkie.com. I have the app on my phone. Mark Wahlberg was willing to give up half of his shares to Conor if the UFC actually wanted. If it got pushed to shove, he would give up some of his shares. Which, hey, McGregor never said how much he wanted, but
he's gonna want a big piece of that.
He's gonna want a big piece, at least 20%, probably, knowing him, because he's just fucking full of himself.
He's gonna want a lot of money.
I agree. However, though, that Khabib Johnson fight was such a letdown. I thought Johnson looked good for like the first minute, and then that was about it.
Well, it's also Khabib.
Khabib is a fucking animal, and if
so good.
If the UFC was smart and was strictly thinking about the fighters and who deserves what, Khabib should fight McGregor for the 155 belt next. He should, but it is a business, so they're
gonna do whatever can get them the most money.
The smart thing is they're probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they do Diaz McGregor 3 for the belt, which would be awesome. Because Diaz, I mean, that's the weight class they both belong at, and that's going to be a sick fight.
I would be so happy at that.
But I want to switch gears a little bit and completely shift topics. Did you see the Yankees traded McCann finally?
I sure did.
To the Astros. Got 2 nice young prospects.
I'm not mad at that at all.
I'm not mad. I
mean, they also said that Brian McCann wasn't gonna. We're giving the starting center
Sanchez.
to Sanchez.
So catcher's now Sanchez.
Did I say center? I meant catcher.
You did.
It's
fine.
I just had a mental image of C in my mind.
It's good. But if the Yankees pull off what they want to pull off in this upcoming off season, they can sign Chapman to like a 5-year, $75 million deal or $80 million 5-year deal, which is probably something like that. Then you got Benitez as the setup man for Chapman, which is absolutely filthy. And then you got now Sanchez at catcher. First base is probably gonna be Greg Bird. Second is set. Short is set. Third base, they might be trying to go for Edwin Encarnacion from the Blue Jays because he's a free agent.
Yep.
So, but they're saying he's more of a first baseman, but he can play third if he has to, because I think they're trying to move Headley because he played like shit. But he did finish the year batting 2-0.
Did we trade Headley?
No. The Yankees are talking about trading him because he finished off the year batting 270, but he started off like at 180. So, but he finished off strong. So, but I think they want to trade him because the whole youth movement they're going through, which is awesome. Because right now, I am not mad at all. This is what the Yankees have been needing to do forever.
I completely agree.
So honestly, I think they're gonna go.
Look at the Cubs. Look at how good the Cubs are, and they're young.
They're young as fuck. So I think this would be the smartest thing, if they can sign Chapman, and then bring back Beltran for DH.
Yeah.
Okay, and then next year's free agency is gonna be Bryce Harper. We're gonna throw like 300, 400. I think I'm going to throw like 450 for like 10 years at him, which is completely fine because I'm 25. Harper's going to only be 24, 25 at the end of next year.
Mm-hmm.
We have him for 10 years still in his prime. I mean, we signed A-Rod when he was, what, I think 28? Something like that? He was... No, he was...
That old?
Yeah, he was like 28 because he's 40 now. And he had that 10-year deal, opt out, we signed him again, and then he retired because he had 1 year left because he's 40.
That old?
Yeah, he's old. Yeah, we offered...
I know A-Rod's old now, but I thought we got him when he was younger.
No.
Let's fact check that to make sure we're not...
talking out our asses.
Yeah, which, I mean, we do anyways, but...
Oh, yeah, that's what we do. But, yeah, I think we get Harper. However, though, the great thing is, I love the rumors swirling right now, is that... The people are talking how the Yankees might try and make a big trade for Mike Trout, which would fucking get me going.
A-Rod would have been about 28 when we signed him. Really?
Yeah, I told you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then...
I thought he was like 24.
Nah.
Huh.
Because he came into the league when he was 18 with the Mariners.
Right.
And then he...
went to the Rangers.
That's when we got him. We traded it. Which I thought was absolutely insane. I think the trade was straight up for... what was our second baseman at the time? He went to the Rangers for him. Alfonso Soriano. That's it. We traded him. I think it was straight up. I think it was a straight up trade, honestly, which I can't believe.
I can't say.
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it worked out for us because we had A-Rod there, and then we had Robbie Cano at second.
Right.
Which I'm still upset we let him go.
Yeah.
I mean.
But he was always so lazy. That's the biggest knock against him, was that he was super lazy.
Yeah, but he'd be slugging like 325 with 50 home runs and like 800 ribbies, though, in this park. Like,
yeah,
he'd be putting up some astronomical... Like, even in Seattle right now, he's still batting over 300. I mean, the home runs are down, but that park is huge.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the top 3 biggest parks in baseball.
Yeah, he pulled a classic Yankee, which is, you're big... You get signed to the Yankees. You don't do a fucking thing, and then you're like, then the Yankees trade you, and then you go off again.
But, well, yeah, I get what you're saying, but yeah, I mean, either way, it looks like the Yankees. I say I'm gonna do what I said with the Cubs. Remember how I said like 3-4 years ago that the Cubs are gonna win a series in the next 5?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying the Yankees within the next 5 years, the Yankees will have another World Series, if not 2. And that's just, granted, the second one's me being biased.
Look, I mean, we were hot at the end of the year.
We were.
We didn't do bad at the end of the year.
It was strictly Sanchez.
Yeah, and that was before we even made any moves that we've made up to this point. So
true. And I thought the smartest thing, as much as it, hurt, was seeing Miller leave because he loved being in New York. But him getting traded and Chapman getting traded and then Beltran, was beautiful business. It was so smart. Brian Cashman, who I absolutely love as a GM. I think he is, again, I'm being biased, I'm a huge Yankees fan here, but hands down I think is GM of the year right now. With the moves that he's made for the Yankees to get young, finally. So.
Yeah, we probably went from the oldest roster to
one of the youngest.
Top 10 younger.
I agree. And now we have arguably the best farm system.
Yeah.
Arguably. I mean, we have...
Top 3 without a doubt.
Oh, hands down. I mean, we have, I think out of the top 10 up-and-coming guys in AAA, I think we have like 4 or 5 of them. Mm-hmm. Just from strictly trading away these guys, which is brilliant. So, I wouldn't be surprised if next week we see Chapman signed to the Yankees and then even Beltran signed back with the Yankees. I would not be surprised. Mm-hmm. It'd be nice to see.
Yeah, that certainly would be.
But... And then speaking of New York, the Giants, nice little 4-game win streak.
Hell yeah, son.
That's making
Fuck the Eagles, am I right?
Oh, I fucking hate the Eagles. I mean, granted, NFC East, but yeah, that made me happy. And fuck the Bengals, too.
Yeah, fuck the Bengals.
However, the offense looked like crap, but we did
Shout out to that defense.
Yeah, the defense finally looks like they got their heads out of
And that's without our starting safety.
That's true.
Our boy from Boise State.
Oh, what's his name? I can't remember.
Michael Thompson, I think? Or Darian Thompson.
Yep, that's it.
My boy.
Yeah.
That dude's a beast. And Landon Collins is finally showing up.
I told you when you drafted him, I told you when you drafted him.
I didn't disagree. When I saw that we traded up to snag him, I literally busted all over the living room.
I know, and I told you, this kid is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I
was so hyped at that.
Was that the year we got Odell too, or no?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Odell first round, and then him second round, and then we got
who's now our starting center that third round, if I'm not
Yeah,
correct.
yep.
And then we drafted homeboy out of Boston College in, I think, the fourth round.
Okay. Oh, okay, yep, that year.
Now he's gone. But
Yeah, now he's with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Man, but
I liked him, though. I thought he was kind of good, but...
He was good, but we have Orleans Darkwa now for short situations, who I think needs to get a bigger piece of the pie. Personally, I think Perkins needs to be number one. You have Darkwa in those like short yardage red zone situations.
And Rashad is like that third down.
I don't like Rashad Jennings. I wasn't a fan when he signed him. I'm not a big Rashad Jennings fan at all. I think Shane Vereen's a better running back.
I think I like him primarily because he came out of a D2, I think. He came out of Liberty. I don't know if they're like a D2 or a D3.
That's like a D2, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 95% sure.
He's a 7th round pick, and now he's a starter in the NFL. It's fucking crazy. I always like
it is pretty
cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's great to see those little, heart-warm feeling stories.
Exactly.
I mean, even look at Brady. He was, a 5th, 6th round pick, and now he was 5th or 6th. He was like 150-something pick. I don't know off the top of my head. But either way, you just find these little gems and stuff like that. I mean, if you actually look at it, the overall first round picks throughout NFL history, not all of them turn out to be these great players. It's the guys in the later rounds, the guys that are overlooked.
Look at the biggest busts. You have people like Johnny Manziel. You have people like Derrick Henry. Well, can you say Derrick Henry's a bust yet?
No, you can't.
The one game where he actually got carries, he looked really good. So. Okay,
yeah,
take that one back.
Because he's with the Titans right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you can't. He's got DeMarco Murray ahead of him. DeMarco Murray's second right now in the league in rushes, right behind Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
So, Zeke is an animal.
Yeah.
I'm
still, though, he went from my least favorite college team to my least favorite NFL team.
Yeah, no one likes the Cowboys.
Actually, I shouldn't say least favorite. I should say most hated. He went from my most hated college team, aside from USC, to fucking the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I hate him double, but he's good as shit.
Cowboys.
At the same time, though, I could probably rush. My fucking 187-pound, 6-foot ass could rush for 1,000 yards behind that Cowboys line.
Oh, anybody could.
You put anybody behind that line.
Oh, totally. I mean, those holes are... But his vision, though, is amazing.
Yeah.
He has some of the best vision I've seen. I mean, granted, I'm not no NFL expert, but from what I've seen from him, his vision is phenomenal. That kid is going to be extremely special.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, hey, it's still early. Granted, let's all pump the brakes a little bit. This is fucking week 11 coming up now. They've had 10 games. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. I mean, look what happened to RG3.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out fucking amazing, and then all of a sudden just injuries and just can't get shit going. Everyone figured him out. I mean, we could see the Cowboys next year. Just either 8-1 right now. They could be 1-8 next year with the same team. It could happen. We don't know. This is still too small of a sample size right now for us to make any definitive exclamations or statements now for the future.
Mm-hmm.
But if they keep doing what they're doing, shit, Cowboys, goddamn.
Huh?
Jerry Jones needs to get off his little fucking high horse and get Romo's balls out of his mouth and trade his ass.
Where does Romo go? The Browns?
No, you don't want to do that. Jerry Jones, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to the Niners. I wouldn't be that surprised. Granted, with that Chip Kelly offense, but I wouldn't be all that surprised. Or even to the Broncos.
Yeah, that's who was thinking about picking him up. I saw
Broncos.
there was a little trade rumor or something like that.
Goes to the Broncos or even the Jets. Because I was saying this, is that...
A lot of teams out there looking for a quarterback.
Yeah, I was saying this, is that the Jets and Cowboys, Sheldon Richardson for Tony Romo straight up.
Yeah?
Because Sheldon Richardson is a fucking solid fucking boulder right there in the middle.
Yeah.
That would be... Shit, that defense would be set then.
Sure would be.
Fucking, and then Claiborne right now. That dude, who everyone in Dallas hated him, but he's playing lights out right now. He's looking like a top 10 fucking defensive player right now. Which is insane.
And then you have... Fuck, where was I going with that? Well, shit.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes. You lose your train of thought.
I lose my train of thought. Mm-hmm. Whatever, it happens.
Yeah, it's just how it, life likes to throw shit at us and whatnot. Yada fucking blah blah. Fuck.
I was gonna say though, other first round busts. Look at Dorial Green Beckham, wide receiver out of Missouri. He's for the Eagles now. He sucks.
Is he still with the Eagles?
Still
I thought it was the Steelers. Oh, I'm thinking of Haywood Bay.
I don't even know who that is.
Hayward Bay. He fucking ran like a 4.29 in the combine. He was like the 7th overall pick to the Raiders. Signed this fat contract. It was like 4 years, $40 million, something ridiculous, and then he was a bust. But then he signed with the Steelers like 1 year, $3 million. But now he's looking like someone who could earn a long-term contract. I mean, he's not gonna be anything fancy. Probably like 3-4 years, maybe 15 to 18 million. So something respectable. It's like, all right, you've done well. Here's your reward. So,
yeah.
But apparently, his mom is his financial manager. But because his mom has done this stuff. She's been a financial manager her entire life. So he has a set budget each month, and he doesn't even go over it half the time.
Really?
I think I think he said it's like maybe 10 grand. I know. I know. But even still, that's after bills and everything like that. But he
yeah,
doesn't
man, it's a
spend
bit
that.
of a down week right now. I can only spend 10 grand this month. What the fuck? Are you kidding
But
me?
here's the thing, though: so guys like that he has like a yearly budget, though. Like I think he has himself allotted. I think was it like 120 then, like 10 grand a month. So it's like 120 is his budget.
Right.
Per year, and everything else just goes straight to his savings or investments
Smart
or other
guy.
businesses. I mean, he's smart with his money. You have guys out there that do that. There's a
Can't
receiver.
bash him for that.
There was a receiver for the Lions. I can't remember his name, but he had a budget. He had a modest house, kind of like what Mom does right now. His budget per year was, I think, like $60,000.
Right.
And everything else went straight to his savings and business ventures, investments, and stuff like
Not
that.
mad at that.
So
That's the kind of shit I would do.
There are guys out there that are smart with the money. Then you have guys that sign these fat old contracts that live in fucking mansions and shit. But those are the elite level fucking guys that can afford to do shit
And then
like
a lot
that.
of them, though, they get out of the NFL and they go broke.
That's true. But the smart guys, I mean, you can look at Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that's what I
I'll
was
say,
going to say.
you could look at Peyton Manning, though. I mean,
Him and Papa John's hanging out.
Oh, yeah. Fucking just making souffles for everybody.
Exactly.
It's a great commercial. But
yeah, and then you have Eli Manning. I remember one year he took a pay cut in order to pay for other dudes' salaries. Like, he's like, here, take part of my money. I want the team to get better. And then, like, while everybody else is rolling up to training camp in fucking, like, Audis and Bentleys and shit like that, Eli Manning's rolling up in an old, like, Ford F1 at 50 from, like, the 80s or some shit like that. It's a story I heard once.
Who is it? There's a receiver out there. I don't think it's Antonio Brown. No, it's not Antonio Brown. Oh, it's K.Y. Leonard from the basketball player for the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard, sorry.
Beast.
He drives like a fucking 1987 Ford Bronco or some shit like that. He drives some old beater. He's like, what? It works.
It works.
What do I need to buy some fancy car for? I mean,
exactly.
I get it. You have the money. If you sign a fat contract, if I sign a fucking contract right now, we'll say with the Yankees, be
120 million.
Let's say 120 million.
5 years, 120 million.
I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy myself a fucking house and a fucking car, and I'm gonna buy a fucking giant backyard and have like 18 dogs.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go fucking crazy with it. I'll be honest. That's just what I would do, because I wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
Fuck no.
But I mean, it's kind of like with my writing class right now. I've got to write a little paper, a little blurb about what I would do if I won the lottery, and I'm going to be. And I said, all right, we'll say 20 million. If I won 20 million from the lottery after taxes, it was 20 million. I mean, shit, I'd blow at least half of that in a year.
Hell yeah! Are you kidding me?
People think you're insane to blow 10 million in a year, but bitch, I would blow 10 million in
Very
a year.
possible. You think you could spend $1 million in a day?
Yes.
How?
I'd buy a boatload of trucks.
What the fuck?
Why? Because I could. I would buy the brand new Silverado 1500. I'd buy the new Ram Heavy Duty because it's fucking beautiful. I'd buy Brittany a truck. I'd buy you a car, but you get a beater because fuck you.
I'm not mad at that.
You get whatever beater you want, 2000 or later, whatever you want, I'd buy it for you. Make sure it's all nice and
buy
good
me a
to go.
Tesla.
A Tesla?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, fuck you. That's too expensive. You need that.
It's like 200 grand.
Yeah, fancy. No, you're gonna get a fucking.
That'd be so.
No,
sick
no, what I'll do.
rolling
I'll
in
be
a Tesla.
nice. I'll get you the brand new Ford Broncos that are gonna be released next year. There you go.
I can get down on that.
And it's gonna be all white to honor OJ.
OJ. Fuck yeah. and then I'll go home and stab my wife and get away with it.
There you go. But no, 20 million. I would honestly, in all seriousness, for 20 million, you would get a car. I would pay off any fucking student loans the wife has, any debt we have. I'd hook Mom up in her debt. I'd probably give you like $500,000, Dylan $500,000, Mom $500,000. And honestly, I'd put like 15 of it into savings
Hell
and just have 5 million of it just to blow on what
And
the
never
fuck
work a day again in your life.
Oh, I'd work. Honestly, I would work because I want.
Fuck no! With $20 million, I'm throwing $10 million into savings.
No, I would. Because I
And
want.
I'm letting that shit sit. I'm going to go buy a business with the other 10.
No, because
I already buy a car and a house.
No, because I know what I want to do. Like I want to be a physical therapist, and I want to be a physical therapist for high level athletes. I want to be that guy that Tom Brady has to have ACL surgery again. I want to be that guy that gets him, back up and running at 100%, and he goes out and wins another MVP and 2 Super Bowls. I want to be, I'm behind the scenes type guy. I don't never get recognized for it, but I'll know that I helped him get back to where he needs to be. So I just want that little, warm and fuzzy on my inside. So that's just me. Because I still want to be involved in sports somehow. I still love sports, hands down, regardless of what the fuck it is. It doesn't have to be football. It could be fucking baseball, the UFC, fucking soccer. I don't give a shit what it is. So I just want to help. I just want to do that. To me, that would be awesome.
It'd be sick.
Because who was I talking to? I can't remember. I was talking to this guy the other day.
Actually, really quick, we were talking about writing classes, right? Remember how the other week I gave you a call, and you were like, "Yo, dude, you have any papers to write?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got one due in a week." You're like, "Yeah, you should probably get started on that." And I was like, nah. And then you said, "Bro," words.
Anyway.
You said, "Bro, comma, it's not high school anymore. Period. You can't do that shit."
So I remember. Anyway, so
and then you know what I did a week later? I wrote that paper on Sunday. It was due on Monday.
I figured as much. I'm just trying to help you out.
And I got a 91 on it. So suck a dick.
All right, good for you. You want a fucking cookie or something?
No, I don't. Cause I don't eat cookies anymore.
You want a fucking keto cookie then?
That sounds disgusting.
I made official butter coffee the past 2 days. It wasn't. Oh, good for you. Yeah, it's not too bad.
What'd you use? Coconut oil or MCT oil?
No, I just use coconut oil. Yeah, I use the coconut oil and then the natural unsalted fucking butter for it.
Organic. Unsalted, grass-fed butter.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. But that's what I made. And it's fucking delicious. Like I made it. I made it today. I woke up, took the dogs out, went to the gym, got a nice shoulder workout in, and then I came home and I was like, I feel like some fucking butter coffee.
Fuck yeah.
And sure as shit, made it up and I was good to go.
Hell yeah.
Brittany woke up.
So good.
Yeah, Brittany woke up and she's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, all right, well, what do you want? And she's like, I don't know, make me something. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna cook bacon and eggs. Cook that shit up for her, and I had some myself because bacon's fucking amazing.
Got me some bacon.
It's fucking the Sky Monster's gift to us. Fucking, what was it? Speaking of the Sky Monster, I saw this great fucking post. Yeah, it's on Facebook. Get the fuck over yourselves.
Fag.
And tell me if this is false or true. Fuck, what was it? Anyway, I'll use my own version of it. So, a guy can go out and kill 25 people in cold-blooded murder. Just, boom, 25 people are dead. Go and rape 6 kids.
Jesus.
He could. And then he could find God, be forgiven for his sins, and go up to heaven. That's true. That could happen.
Uh-huh.
But I could smoke weed once and masturbate 6 times a day, and I'm going to hell.
It's very true.
Like that to me, religion's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, wait, but what's to stop you from finding God? After jerking off and smoking a joint, what's to stop you from praying? And going to heaven?
Get what you're saying, and I understand that. But for someone like me, who's an atheist, it doesn't make sense. I just don't understand religion in that aspect. Like, how can a guy cheat on his wife and then murder her, and then rape his kids, find God, go to heaven, and yet I smoke a joint and jerk off and I'm going to hell because not following the bottle.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's the thing that's so silly about religion. I mean, a lot of good comes from it. Like, I'm not mad. Like, I've always had this toss-up in my head as to, like, whether or not... I mean, it's completely impossible. But, like, let's say you go back and then you just completely remove religion from history. Like, think about how many less wars you would have, but then think of also how much less good shit you'd have. So...
what then? What good stuff has come from religion
people
for the
just
world?
Become nicer people.
Well, they do. I mean, yeah, but they're following a book that has been rewritten countless times, that people have pulled out passages that only they like. So the original copy of the Bible that we have now isn't even real.
Yeah, I mean, also too, it also mirrors I don't remember the fucking Egyptian god, but there was this Egyptian god or something like that whose story exactly mimics, or Jesus' story exactly mimics his.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he gets resurrected, and then 3 days later, or he dies, and then 3 days later he pops out of a cave, and born from a virgin mother, and this, that, and the other thing. So it's just, I mean, I don't know. I think there's a possibility that something's out there for sure. I think.
There
could be something out there.
Who am I to say that there isn't? I mean, I'm just some.
But if you honestly think that we are the only life in this literally infinite universe,
literally infinite.
First off, try and wrap your head around infinite. Okay?
Oh, I know. People think, I can wrap my head around it.
Fuck no, you can't.
I'm talking on my ass right now, but I'm taking an astronomy class. Some of the shit that they talk about literally blows my fucking mind. It is insane, the universe, and how endless it legitimately is. And how
infinite.
We literally know nothing about it. We know nothing about the universe.
We don't know a damn thing.
I mean, we know some things, but we overall know nothing.
You know what's even scarier than that? We know more about space than we do about the fucking ocean. Why the fuck don't we study the ocean? Dude, that'd be so sick. You know how much cool shit's probably down there? There's probably Atlantis just chilling.
Somewhere.
You probably have a species of mermaids just chilling underwater.
How do mermaids mate? Is it
they probably have dicks. Probably have mermaid dicks.
Well, let's take like the mermaids that everyone's thinking of. You know, torso and fucking fins for their legs,
right.
Whatever. Is it like fish? Like the chick just automatically like just poops out some fucking eggs and the guy just rolls over them and fucking fertilizes them? Like, how do you think mermaids mate?
Maybe they have like a little slot right where their crotch should be, and then whenever they feel like it, just opens up and out pops a dong.
So now we're talking about mermaid dicks.
Mermaid dongs.
How do mermaids mate?
welcome to the ACPC podcast, boys and girls.
Yeah, this is gonna be a weekly thing for y'all. So.
Oh shit! Yeah,
great top. Fucking mermaid dicks. Y'all ain't laughing at this right now. You might want to check yourself.
Oh man,
that shit's funny. Well, I guess one sport we haven't really hit on is the whole college football right now.
Love me some college football.
Oh, I love some college football.
You know what's some bullshit? Is Clemson, Michigan, and
Ohio State.
And who else lost? The top 3 lost. Alabama won. Michigan, number 2, lost.
Washington lost.
Right. So you have Washington, Michigan, and Clemson that all lost. And
Michigan and Clemson are still in.
And Washington fell out, but Michigan and Clemson are still in. What the fuck?
So
I get it. I mean,
here's from what I've read and heard from the quote unquote fucking experts is that Alabama's hands down number 1. There's no disputing that. Alabama is the number 1 team in the nation.
When are they not going to be number 1? God, that pisses me off. Alabama is like the Conor McGregor. Except the only thing is there's no weight divisions.
Alabama's been fucking nice since Nick Saban got there. I mean, their worst year, I think they had 9 wins.
It's annoying.
The first year.
It's so annoying. I mean, I hate to be that guy that just hates on people because they're good, but Jesus.
I mean, it does get annoying after a while.
Annoying,
it's like, let's mix this shit up. But it's also it's fun to see college was like, all right, who can beat Alabama?
Yeah.
But so I think Alabama's 1, Ohio State's 2, 3 is Michigan, and 4 is Clemson.
Right.
And the whole reason they did that.
Oh, did you see Louisville lost to Houston? Number 6 Louisville got smacked.
They got smoked,
dude, and they almost lost to Wake Forest. I remember we were
and they almost,
during 205 when I had buddies over and we kept checking back to watch Louisville or the Louisville game, and it was like 7-7 in the 4th quarter. Louisville then came back and won like 35-7 or something.
Well, that's Louisville. As long as you got Lamar Jackson, you got a chance.
So nice.
So I mean, until the game's over, I'm not gonna count Louisville out. Period. Or sorry, it's not Louisville. It's Louisville.
Louisville.
We gotta like grunt it and forget a vowel there.
Yeah.
But well, I guess because Michigan's loss, I guess, wasn't horrible for some reason, which I don't understand because Iowa lost to North Dakota State.
Yeah.
But North Dakota State's though a fucking powerhouse though in their
best D1AA school there is.
What?
They can smack the tits off of most D1 schools.
I'd say.
And you put any non-Power 5 against North Dakota State, I 100% guarantee you they smack the shit out of them. They beat.
Do you think they could beat Houston then? Houston's a non-Power 5.
Okay, well, rules are meant to be broken, sir.
Okay.
They beat Iowa State, who's shit. They're 1-8 this year.
Yeah, Iowa State's awful.
But that was a couple of years ago. You have who else did they beat? They beat another Power 5 school the year before that, I think. I want to say they beat. Shit.
I couldn't tell you, but
I don't want to talk out of my ass here. So.
oh yeah, but I'm just excited to see now more so in like 3 weeks when the official final rankings are put out by the committee, because what's going to happen? I think right now it's going to be Alabama's 1, Ohio State's 2 if they beat Michigan. If Michigan wins,
such a good game.
Yeah. It's going to be an awesome fucking game. I can't wait for that. And then I think number 3 is going to be Clemson if they can win the ACC, if they can.
Who are they going to have trouble with in the ACC? They've already beat Louisville.
You never know. You never know. It's college football, yo. You just don't know.
I guess.
I mean, who thought Houston after the historic fallout they had? Pretty much. I'm calling it crazy because Houston, everyone's talking, oh, they're going to be in the national championship, blah, 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 Tom Herman. I mean, you just don't know. I mean, you don't.
You were on that bandwagon, though.
A little bit.
Week 2.
Yeah, I was. I won't lie, I was. But I've changed my thought on Tom Herman a little bit and Charlie Strong in Texas because I don't think right now losing Charlie Strong for Texas is a smart decision because, granted, it's Texas. I mean, when you think college football, you're going to bring up Texas in that conversation one way or another.
Right.
But granted, Charlie Strong, I think right now he's 18-19 in 3 seasons.
Yeesh.
That is shit.
Especially for Texas.
Especially for Texas, you put him at
that shit anywhere
else.
Anywhere
but
that
you
that
but if you
is
put
a
him,
winning
if you put that on Kansas or Iowa State,
oh, they're busting nuts.
they're gonna be fucking. They're gonna be
like
ecstatic.
I said though, any program that has a winning tradition,
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame, Alabama, Ohio State,
Oklahoma. You can say Nebraska in that conversation. You could.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could say
Nebraska. Shit. Any school
et
that's
cetera,
just, any school that's just consistently in the top 25, around the top 25, 4-star, 5-star schools. That's not acceptable.
No,
and then
it's
you have
not.
Texas, who, with that fan base, shout out to Austin, Texas, they expect a national championship every year. So going 18-19, I think it's crazy that he hasn't been fired yet. At the same time, though, he was really handed a shit situation.
An extreme shit situation.
And he's done the best that he could.
And he has done an actual good job.
But the thing is, though,
it's Texas.
Right. But then at the same time, though, how many top 10 recruiting classes have you guys had in the past
in his
3
tenure?
years?
2.
Every single one has been top 10, hasn't it?
We've had 2. This past year, and the one before were both top 10.
And then the one before that, I think, was like 11 or 12, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so you've had consistent top 15, top 10 recruiting classes. How is he not better?
I just saw this.
Why wouldn't you fire him?
I saw this on Orange Bloods. That were 37 of like 42 returning guys are all going to be 1 or 2 on the depth chart.
Mm-hmm.
And these are guys that he's brought in, so his system is working. Plus, we're returning, in my complete biased opinion, the best freshman quarterback right now, in Shane Buechele. He's going to be back running that show. And if Dante Foreman doesn't, go to the draft, which he probably will, then we're going to have arguably the best running back in college football. And y'all forget about Chris Warren the fucking third. That dude is an animal as well. The only reason Dante Foreman is having the season that he's having is because Chris Warren is injured.
Right.
Granted, he was Dante Foreman was still rushing for over 100 fucking yards and a touchdown pretty much every single game, even when Warren was there. But even when Warren was there too, he was getting about 100 yards as well.
Right.
They were having that nice little 1-2 combo.
Yeah.
So Chris Warren is no slouch too. Watch out for him next year. Trust me. It's not gonna be the same. He's not gonna be rushing for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, every other week. But he's gonna be rushing for like 100 plus with a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean.
And then you have Notre Dame.
Who, finally got a win.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally don't have the same record as the U of A.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Shout out Brian Kelly. Actually, the other day I was on campus and I was walking around at Pima. I don't go to Notre Dame or U of A, everyone, just to be clear. I took a lap around the block because I had like an hour and a half to kill and I didn't have shit to do, so I just started to walk around. Mm-hmm. And I was wearing a Notre Dame hoodie. Mm-hmm. And then this dude, as he's driving past, he slows down and pulls over to the side of the road. My first thought is, shit, I'm about to get raped. Second thought, or then what happened was he's like, Brian Kelly's got to go, man. And I was like, fuck yeah, he does. So That was fun, but
He's returning next year, though. Your AD already said that he's going to be the guy leading him out of the tunnel.
But god damn it,
Y'all didn't got a defense.
At 3-6.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the worst Notre Dame season. That's the worst Notre Dame season since I want to say 2006, 2007 with Charlie Weiss.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
God, you guys were bad. Oh yeah, and his boy Brady Quinn.
Oh man.
But Brady Quinn wasn't a bad.
Quinn wasn't a bad college quarterback at all.
He was just a shit quarterback overall
in the NFL.
Yeah.
Well, you know what are you gonna do? Look at Vince Young. Look at Colt McCoy.
Hold on. Vince Young had some fucking mental crazy issues going on with him. He was actually, if you pull up his stats, he actually wasn't a half bad NFL quarterback. He was just a little cuckoo in the head. Granted, his whole when he was with the Eagles, we have the best team in the NFL. It's like, dude,
what the fuck,
pump
sir?
your goddamn brakes.
Slow down, slow your roll.
See.
Yeah, although I
it's
think...
kind of like with Derrick Rose saying, we have a super team here with the Knicks. Ha.
Hey, man.
Ha.
Hey.
You guys have, 2 wins right now?
Fuck off.
Granted, one of them's against the Bulls. Who the Bulls are
suck
actually...
it to the dick.
That's fine. The Bulls are, 7-4? Oh, no, 8-5? Or 8-4 right now, because we just beat the Jazz the other night.
We lost to the 76ers.
You lost to the sick? God, you guys suck.
We lost to the 76ers.
You guys are... God, the Knicks are bad.
Yeah, we are. What the fuck? I mean, I don't get it. We went...
Yeah, but you have an old Romo, a broken Derrick Rose.
An old Romo?
What'd I say? I meant Melo. Sorry, apologies. You have
we have an old Melo. We
Melo.
have a young stud in Porzingis. We have a sleepy Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
And we have a old Hakeem Noah. And then Brandon Jennings. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, on paper, you look at
it. On paper, yeah.
On paper, that team actually, it's like, I really think this
not
could
bad.
Be a not bad team. But you get them on the court, it's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, we for sure got to stop running that triangle offense.
Yeah.
Not working.
Nope, it is not working. Who's y'all's coach?
Phil Jackson.
No, he's not. He's the president.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Knicks. Jesus, so much for me being a Knicks fan.
I thought it was Mike D'Antonio. And he was there before.
You know what? This is why we have the internet.
This is true. I love the internet.
Thanks, internet. Jeff Hornick.
Whoever the fuck that is.
He's, fuck.
Y'all lost to the Wizards. The Wizards are one of the worst teams in the NBA right now, too. God, the Wizards are bad, too. But Jeff Hornick. He looks, you should be running numbers for the mob right now.
He sure does.
God damn.
He went from the Jazz to the Suns to the Knicks.
Jazz as the head coach or the assistant coach?
Assistant coach of the Jazz, head coach to the Suns for the past 3 years, who, shout out Phoenix Suns, suck, and now he's with the Knicks. Well.
Really do want to check out the, what is it, if it's February 17th, the Bulls are coming to play the Suns. Want to go to that game. That'd be fun.
It does nothing for me.
Well, obviously.
Nothing.
Well, seeing that, I think it's funny. Monica Lewinsky and Hillary both have something in common. They both blew the White House.
Speaking of which, did you see how Trump said he was surprised by the scope of duties that he has to do now that he's in office?
Yeah, of course. He wasn't ready for this.
Are you really comfortable with that guy being the president? Who,
no, I'm
when
not
he gets in,
comfortable
when he
with
gets
it.
in office and he's like, "Oh, shit."
I have to actually do things now.
You're
South
cool
Park.
with that.
South Park's touched on it beautifully. If you watch the newest episode.
I'm not.
Well,
everything up to this point. Probably do that after this podcast.
Yeah, you need to check it out. It's fucking hilarious, and it hits on it beautifully. You can't just fuck them all to death, like the way that he thought he could. But shout out to Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Oh, do you know the creators of the Matrix, the Wachowski brothers? They're both transgender now. They both became women. They're both females now.
Oh,
both Wachowski brothers are now women. That is correct. The creators of the Matrix are now women.
Oh man.
Both of them, and they both look like fucking dykes. Like one of them has like fucking cornrows that are bloody red, and the other one just looks like a skinnier but fatter, weird version of Rosie O'Donnell.
Ugh.
It's disgusting.
That's
like
weird.
it's like why? I don't. They both did. If one of them's like, all right, you got issues, but both of them.
Both of
What
them.
the
That's
fuck?
weird.
You know what's funny is Family Guy pointed it out to me.
Really.
I was watching the newest episode of Family Guy the other day, and I was like, no way. I looked it up. Sure as shit. They're both
Shit.
fucking women.
I mean, do whatever makes you happy, I guess, but I mean, I don't have a problem with what?
Time's running down.
What do you mean?
Time's running out.
No,
We're about to hit an hour.
no.
Anyway,
see,
sorry
it's-
y'all. We're debating about if we should go another couple
it
minutes
keep-
or not.
It keeps going.
I know. Anyway, all right, guys. Sorry about the ending there, but this has been the ACPC.
Wait.
podcast.
Why would you end? Why? We don't have to do just an hour. What's stopping us from doing more?
Because we just started doing this.
So,
We
were rolling.
I gotta get going.
bro, you don't have work till 5. You can stay for at least another half an hour. Quit being
I
a
gotta
pussy.
get going.
Quit being a bitch. All
Alright.
right. Well, anyways, like I was saying though, back to this whole transgender thing. I mean, do whatever makes you happy, but I think the best way as a like country that we need to just go about it is just who cares? Just let everybody do their own thing. Don't make a big deal about it. Like why is it news that they became women? They're
It's
just
not news.
they're just-
You did. It's
I
not-
know,
it's
I know,
clearly
I know,
not
that's what
news
I'm
at all.
saying, like,
I'm just pointing it
I'm
out.
just
that
saying, like, why-
No one fucking knew this.
like I don't know. I don't have a problem with it in that I think everybody should just do what makes them happy, but god damn, that's crazy. I don't know why they would do that, but who knows? Maybe they got some deep-seated issues just
Well, apparently, both of them clearly do.
yeah. And then
Shit.
also, you know how many genders there are now?
I don't even want to know. I don't.
There
I
are
know.
there's
Truly, I do not.
there's
want to know
like there's
right
like there's like 80 different genders now. 86, 87
And if you
genders
think
out
you're
there.
if you're anything besides a man or a woman, you're fucking high. Fuck you. It's man.
No,
woman.
because there are people. You
You
can't
have
say
it-
that because there are
yes.
people that are in between. There are people that
Okay, there's
have
man,
they're-
women,
they're-
and
no,
there's
they're-
transgender
no.
hermaphrodites.
there are
there's
girls
4.
out there that have testicles that are hidden up their cooches.
Okay, then they're fucking hermaphrodites. Well,
There's-
hermaphrodites have both. Transgender, you have both.
I think
Or something,
there's
whatever.
3. You're male, female, or other. I think that's it.
I completely agree. If you're born with a dick, and you fucking act like a dude and have facial hair, and you fucking are a dude. If you're born a fucking man, you're a fucking man. If you're born a fucking woman with a fucking vagina, you're a fucking woman. That shit pisses me off. And this whole PC shit, I don't fucking do it. I
Yeah.
don't. I think it's retarded as fuck. And you're gonna get me going.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with you wanting to be a different gender, but when you start mixing together, Sir, get that dip off my bed. I mean, like, you're either male, female, or you're something else, but I don't think we need to have 86 different genders because a dude with a dick that maybe liked to draw flowers when he was a little kid automatically thinks, oh shit, I might be a woman, but I act like this, and this, therefore I fit into this mold. Like, it's just, I don't know, you're one or the other.
Oh, I like
we gotta
to
stop.
live in the water and live underwater, so I'm instantly a dolphin because I
Yeah.
need air. Fuck you. You're a fucking man or a woman who's just a little messed up in the head. I'm sorry.
You've seen that? Have you seen that Vine where it's this dude? I don't know what fucking show it's from, but he's like on all levels except physical, I am a wolf, and then it shows him like trying to bark at like a dog or something like that, and he's some like fat emo kid.
I believe
Fucking hilarious.
There's
Some loonies out there for
there
sure.
are some fucked up people out there. The only people that are more fucked up than them people are people that are actually out there protesting Trump, saying he's not my president. He's not my president.
Sure is.
He may not be your president, but he's this country's president, and you live in America, so that means he's your country's president, which means if he signs a law into fucking existence, you have to obey that fucking law. And the shit
Yeah.
that's pissing me off right now, too, is people are comparing the protest right now to the civil rights movement, and to when women are, were moving up ahead and all that shit.
That's
It's
a
like,
stretch.
no, these different groups of people were trying to better themselves and
Yeah.
have equal rights and shit. These are just little whiny pussy liberals and fucking bitch ass college students who didn't get their fucking way.
Yeah,
Get
I
the
mean,
fuck
I
over yourselves.
don't have a problem with protesting. Like, it's cool to, like, protesting's fine, you know? I mean, the freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, but I think they're not going to do anything. Nothing's going to change, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, nothing's going to change. It's not like... the only way Trump will be out of the presidency if he fucking leaves or...
Gets impeached.
And that's the only way. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if after 2.5 years, like, I can't do this shit anymore.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I would not be surprised. Then we got his other dude, whoever it is.
You know what happened the last time, though, that we had a Republican president and a Republican House and a Republican Senate?
Huh?
The Great Depression.
No, that's true. That's facts right there. I thought you were going to get into George Bush and pull an Eddie Bravo. Tower 7.
Tower 7.
Tower 7.
Tower 7. No, God, I can't... You know what? It was the weirdest thing. Like, I remember I was at work when the election was going on, and it didn't really hit me until the next morning. I woke up and I was like, Jesus Christ, one of those... Like, Donald Trump is our president. And then I thought... I was like... Oh, like, you know when you flip a coin in the air?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not you don't let the coin decide for you. It's that moment that the coin is up in the air
That's when you actually decide.
That's when you actually decide. You know what I mean? And for me, that coin is still spinning. Even though Donald Trump has won, God damn it, can you really say that Hillary was the better option? I mean, like socially, in terms of like being a representative of this country, I would say that Hillary is better.
In terms of running this country, yes, Hillary is far more qualified and has a way better grasp on how to run things.
I agree. And also, though, too, like, Donald Trump's, like, with the whole, like, you have the wall, you have the fuck them all to death, you have all this crazy outlandish shit that he's saying, which, I mean, shout out to Donald Trump, though, for kind of clearing it up by saying, I don't, like, remember, because there was all those KKK dudes that were like, yeah,
oh, yeah,
we're the ones that got him in, and then he was like, I don't condone racism. So
I am not part of that. And was it back in, the early 80s or whatever, he won the Ellis Island Award for whatever, because he donated, like, $4 million, $5 million to the inner city black community or something like that to help rebuild it and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's an actual picture, look it up, y'all, of him standing shoulder to shoulder with Rosa fucking Parks and Muhammad fucking Ali.
Yeah.
Like, two of the most
But at the same time, that was
biggest
also
movers.
30 years ago, and people change.
It's true, people do change.
For example, he used to be a registered Democrat, now he's not.
There's not. Well, yeah. I mean...
But, I mean, I don't know. Back to my point, I think it's just, like... I think as a person, Donald Trump's a piece of shit. But at the same time, I think the media also... blows a lot of things up. And just... Shit, where was I going with this? You threw me off track, you fuck.
My fault.
But, okay, so, but... If you honestly think that having shadow government Hillary was gonna really be any better,
you're fucking high.
Maybe you might feel a little better as a person if Hillary got elected, but Jesus Christ, they both suck.
Yeah, they do really suck. But alright, stop getting so political and
do you want to just
personal
really
with it?
So you can go move your truck? No.
But anyway, guys. Anyway, sorry. Well, that's going to be it for us. We'll see y'all next week. This was the ACPC podcast. I am Arlo the Deliman Christensen.
And I am Peter Christensen, you silly fucks.
Alright, see y'all next week.
Peace out.